All right, today we're diving deep into the archives of the Shadow Cabinet to pull back the curtain on a cryptic and fascinating figure who exists completely outside of conventional history. We're talking about the Red Specter, an entity that's basically designed to map the very architecture of endings. Right off the bat, the texts frame this entity's arrival not as some kind of catastrophe, but as a gift, a crimson gift of wisdom. I mean, that one line really sets the stage for everything, doesn't it? It forces you to ask, what kind of wisdom is so important that it has to be delivered by such a radical and, frankly, terrifying messenger? So, to really get what the Spectre is all about, we first have to understand the world it was created to take apart. This is a world that's become a victim of its own success, a place the source material calls the Gilded Cage. And the diagnosis from the text is pretty clear. This overripened age is trapped. It's traded the painful but meaningful struggle of creation for kind of sterile comfort. It's a world of wax fruit and trivial nonsense, a society that's totally forgotten how to strive, how to grow, or even how to face an ending with any dignity. So, how in the world do you break open a cage like that? Well, according to the archives, the answer is to send in an architect of ruin, an entity whose entire purpose is what the text calls an intellectual salvage mission. And get this, the Spectre's arrival isn't some big, dramatic announcement. It's subtle, it's physical. Rusted footprints just start appearing on the polished, sterile floors of this world. It's a tangible mark of decay in a place that has worked so hard to deny it even exists. It's the very first crack in the whole illusion. And then comes its voice. The text describes it in this incredibly poetic and chilling way. It's not a shout. It's a quiet, inevitable sound. You know, the sound of autumn, of endings. It's a voice that just echoes through the halls of vanity, reminding everyone of what they've tried so hard to forget. So let's be clear, the Red Spectre isn't just some random monster. It's a purpose-built agent. Its mission is to unearth a truth that's been deliberately buried, the simple reality that everything ends. It's here to restore this forbidden knowledge to a civilization that's failing precisely because it forgot. The Spectre is described almost like an elemental force. It moves with a predatory grace. Its breath is as cold as mountain frost, able to shatter the locks on any delusional fortress. Its robe isn't just cloth, it's woven from ignored mortality. And it doesn't carry a scythe because its very being is the harvest. It's the indispensable shadow that's needed to prove the light exists at all. Now this is where things get really interesting. The Spectre's path isn't a classic tale of triumph. It's the complete opposite, an inverted hero's journey. The text maps out this deliberate descent into the world's foundations just to dig up uncomfortable truths. According to this forbidden lore, the journey begins way up in the high crags, a place of pure, unvarnished reality. From there, it descends, bringing that harsh reality down into the halls of stone, the very foundations of this stagnant society. You see, this isn't about gaining power, it's about delivering a fundamental truth. And here we go. This is the core of the Spectre's philosophy. This is its message to the Gilded Cage. Humanity's purpose isn't to just stay safe on one side of a chasm, lost in animal comfort. It's to be the bridge itself, to make that dangerous crossing toward our own potential. The problem is, the stagnant have just refused to even take the first step. So you have this really sharp contrast here. On one side, you've got what the text calls slave morality, basically the morality of the herd that values safety and comfort above everything else. But on the other side, you have the Spectre's creed. It champions the agony of creation, the value of striving, and even embraces the rhythmic panic that comes with facing a truly great challenge. Of course, every great narrative needs a confrontation, and the Spectre's mission leads it right to the heart of the illusion, to a place called the Garden of Hubris, to face its direct opposite. So meet the antagonist, Salvio Pallido, the Pale Redeemer. He's pretty much the high priest of the Gilded Cage. His entire job is to offer a loophole, a promise that the basic rules of existence, decay and death, just don't apply to the elite. He's the one who blunts spiritual risk and keeps the cage locked tight from the inside. The scene of their confrontation is just stark. Pallador is standing on a polished silver floor, a mirror meant to deny the abyss below. But the Spectre's rusted footprints permanently mar that perfect surface, proving that decay can't be polished away. The illusion is shattered just by its presence. And this right here is the Spectre's checkmate. The elite have their complex chaos theory to justify their immunity, but the Spectre unravels it all with simple geometry. It shows that no matter how carefully you slice it, no matter how curated your life is, every path, every conic section ultimately leads to the exact same end. So what happens after the big showdown? What's the final outcome of the Spectre's mission? It's not chaos. It's something way more profound. This is where the Spectre gets totally reframed, becoming a shadow savior. It doesn't offer comfort or healing in the traditional sense. It performs a necessary, painful surgery. It reaps the field of vanity so that something truly strong can finally grow from the ruins. Its purpose is to correct the historical record, to restore the lost sacred truth of mortality to a world built on a lie. The real paradox at the heart of the Spectre's work is that it uses negation as an act of creation. As a spirit of negation, its entire mission is to say no. No to stagnation, no to comfort, no to illusion. But it's that powerful final no that finally allows the world to give a joyous yes to real transformation and a meaningful future. And this is the crimson gift we started with. The gilded cage is dismantled for good. The act of striving itself is finally validated. The Spectre's dominion isn't chaos, but a profound, perfect silence. It represents the final muscle to fail in the old world's body, a necessary collapse. And it's from this perfect silence, this cleared ground, that the path is finally paved for what the text calls the Overman, the next stage of humanity, born from accepting the truth. Ultimately, the story of the Red Spectre is a parable. It forces us to look at the comfortable cages we all build for ourselves, the convenient illusions we live by, and it leaves us with this final, crucial question to think about.